That's the image we all have of an NFL star, right? Living the dream. $1 million contracts, flashy cars, and a lifestyle most of us can only imagine. But what about this image? A celebrated athlete, once on top of the world, now facing financial ruin. It's a story we've heard time and time again. A staggering statistic from a few years back suggested that nearly 80% of former NFL players face financial stress or go broke within just a few years of retirement. While that number is debated and has likely improved with new league programs, the underlying problem is very real. How can someone who earns more in one season than most people do in a lifetime lose it all? The answer isn't just about bad investments or extravagant spending. It's much deeper. Today, we're diving into the psychology behind why so many NFL players go broke. The first major psychological hurdle is something experts call sudden wealth syndrome. Imagine you're 22 years old. One day you're a college student with a negative bank balance. The next, you have millions of dollars deposited into your account. That's a massive psychological shock. Our brains aren't wired to handle that kind of instant, life-altering change. It can lead to anxiety, paranoia, and a total distortion of your relationship with money. When money feels infinite and almost unreal, it's easy to lose respect for its value. A $10,000 watch doesn't feel like a huge purchase when you just signed a $10 million contract. This disconnect from the reality of money is the first step on a very slippery slope. This leads directly to our next point: extreme lifestyle inflation. We all do this to some extent. You get a raise, you upgrade your apartment, or start buying slightly nicer coffee. But for an NFL player, this is magnified 1,000 times over. The pressure to look the part is immense. Your teammates are driving Lamborghinis and chartering private jets. The culture demands a certain level of opulence. So you buy the mansion, you get the luxury cars, you acquire an entourage. The problem is, you're building a lifestyle that costs a fortune to maintain. A lifestyle built on your peak earning years, which in the NFL are incredibly short. Think about it. The average NFL career is only about 3.3 years. A player might have a few massive paychecks, but that money has to last them for the next 40 or 50 years. They've built a multi-million-dollar lifestyle on an income that's about to fall off a cliff. When the paychecks stop, the bills for the mansion, the cars, and the private chefs don't. This is where a lack of financial literacy becomes devastating. Many of these young men have never been taught how to manage money, let alone a fortune. They come from diverse backgrounds, often from low-income communities where financial education wasn't available. Suddenly, they're expected to become expert investors, budget planners, and tax strategists overnight. They become easy targets for dishonest financial advisors or friends and family with can't-miss business ideas. Former Pro Bowler Clinton Portis, who earned over $40 million, filed for bankruptcy after his financial advisors allegedly stole millions from him. He trusted the wrong people because he didn't have the knowledge to know who the right people were. And that brings us to the immense social pressure. When you're the one who made it, everyone comes to you for help. Friends, family, old neighbors, you become the de facto bank for your entire community. It's psychologically difficult to say no to the people you love when you feel a sense of guilt or obligation for your success. Antoine Walker, a former NBA star who faced similar issues, famously supported a huge entourage of friends and family. He estimated he was taking care of 70 people at his peak. That generosity, while noble, is financially unsustainable. It's an emotional drain that quickly becomes a financial one. Finally, there's the psychological impact of retirement itself. For these athletes, football isn't just a job, it's their entire identity. Since they were kids, they were the football player. All their self-worth, their social circle, and their daily routine is tied to the game. And then, one day, it's over. The loss of identity can lead to depression and a lack of purpose. To fill that void, some turn to what they know, the high-stakes thrill. They might get into risky business ventures or gambling, chasing the same adrenaline rush they got on the field. they continue spending lavishly to maintain the feeling of being a star, because they don't know who they are without it. It's a psychological coping mechanism that can wipe out their remaining savings in a heartbeat. So, what does this all tell us? The story of the broke athlete isn't just a cautionary tale about spending too much. It's a human story about the psychology of sudden change, the pressure of expectation, and the struggle to find an identity outside of the spotlight. The good news is that the NFL and the Players Association have significantly ramped up their financial education programs for rookies. They are actively trying to combat this problem by giving players the tools they need from day one. But the lessons here apply to all of us, even if we never see an NFL contract. Understanding our own psychology around money, why we spend, why we save, and what pressures influence our decisions is the key to financial well-being. What do you think is the biggest factor? Is it the lifestyle, the social pressure, or something else? And if you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology behind the world of sports. See you again soon.